Today on EPL, we will discuss relationships, roles, expectations, and reclaiming your time, all in the name of love. My rose gold.
I'm reclaiming my time, yeah. You want to speak on the battles I've won, but I'm reclaiming my time. Well, that's not why I brought you here to share it. I'm reclaiming my time. Yeah, don't read my resume because I was there.
We need like a tambourine.
With that beat to drop. Right here, she said,
Reclaiming my time. Yes,
if
I
Metro
am.
don't
My
trust the
time.
mom,
Every
shoot.
minute.
Why they make ugly faces in church? You ever see the ugly church face?
That's just black people.
Yeah.
When we dance,
We're
that's
really expressive.
We
That's
are.
when
When
you
it gets
feeling
good,
it.
yeah, the uglier the face is, the better it is to us.
He had fun doing this, I bet.
All right.
And it's pretty brilliant, actually.
Yeah,
the way he,
he's putting it
edited
down.
together and whatnot.
Yeah, it's not
He's
brilliant.
putting it down. He's doing the harmonies and the lead.
It's okay.
He sang his
I think
Hey,
he
you
had a good time.
guys.
He sang all his
Come on.
parts.
Welcome to Eat, Pray, and Live. We are so happy to have you here. So let's get it popping, because that's kind of what we do.
Woo!
Hey,
It's gonna blow
Nope.
up because it's so hot
Look
in
at it.
here.
look, I ain't gonna waste no
The heat
champagne
and the
now.
pressure.
We miss Michelle is not with us. Michelle is actually an official member, and she's joined the show, but she is in I don't want to say, I probably shouldn't say where she is, but she's not here.
She's
Is it on her Instagram?
I'm not gonna tell her business.
Tell
Is it on
people
her
we do
Instagram?
have an Instagram. I haven't.
Oh, yeah,
We,
so
we
the-
haven't
Oh, yeah,
started
yeah.
posting yet. Eat, Pray,
Demetrius
Live.
started an Eat, Pray, Live.
First off, y'all, Sheree texted me, "Did you start this?"
I was
Before I
like,
could answer,
"Oh,
of course
damn."
you did.
Because I saw the one follower
Who was the
who was following it was you. So
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
it has to be.
Right. So it's
It
Eat,
has
Pray,
to be.
Live show
Show.
on
Follow it
Instagram.
Awesome.
So-
See, we're official. I love it.
We're
Thank you.
official.
So she is an official member. She's replaced Stacey Ike, and her first week she decided to take off. I think we might want to
she
reconsider.
off
I mean,
She
was
already
this a
get
bad
vacation
choice?
day. I need a vacation day.
Woo!
I need a vacation day.
I need a vacation from the vacation.
Yeah. Well, I gotta take
That's
a
what
vacation
I
first.
need.
I do not need a vacation. I'm good.
But you're going out. I thought you're
But
going
you're
back.
leaving again. Weren't you
Yes.
going back?
Damn, y'all stop telling my business.
I'm just saying, America wanna know.
No, America don't want to know about the goings
might
on
wanna
of
know.
Demetrius.
Well,
Goings on.
You have to talk off the record when you say stuff. Be like, this
I'm
is
proud.
off the
No,
record.
yeah.
So we don't.
I
bring
don't
it up
need
on the
another
show.
vacation. I'm good in the United States for now.
Y'all, that's just us catching up. And of course, I'm Sheree Fletcher, and to my left is Mr. Demetrius Jones,
Hola world.
my male me. And then last but never least, Courtney Stewart is in the house holding it down militant style.
What?
Because that's what she do.
I'm not that militant. I'm really not.
Well, hey, cheers.
Cheers.
I think you are though.
Yeah.
You are.
But that's a good thing. We love that.
You're committed to
very
your
passionate. You're very
See?
passionate about the things that you believe in
Yeah.
and your positions and where you stand.
Some of them are a little weird, but
Weird.
You know.
What's weird?
strange.
Yeah, what's the
Which
weirdest
one's weird
one?
and strange?
What's the
I've never,
weirdest?
I still never
passion?
heard any girl, a black woman that was just fine with some dude being bisexual and dating them. That's been the strangest. Well, let me say this: it deviates from the norm. That was the first time I've ever heard that. That's why whenever I have the opportunity to bring that up, I like to bring that up, because especially with what we're talking about today.
I'm trying to think about girls I know.
Well, that's why it was an episode on Insecure. I mean, it's
Yes.
not because it's like, oh, this is not how black females are likely to act. It's because this is how they're likely to behave.
We normally don't play that, and especially a woman like you that's so strong and
But see, that's the thing about
That's
her.
the-
She's a oxymoron, or is she a contradiction? What do you
Sometimes.
think? She's elusive.
Like you
she's hard
would
to-
think she would want kids. You would think she'd want to be married and all that. But Courtney's a little different.
I wouldn't think that. I would think that Courtney is not about the marriage and the kids. I would think that Courtney is like, if it happens, it happens. But
see,
you're
she's
not
like
gonna,
that. She's not like, if it happens, it happens.
Well, kind of.
How are you?
Are
Courtney?
you?
Because
She
if
said,
it-
go ahead.
If like I told you, if it slipped up and I was like, dang, I'm pregnant.
Slip.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it.
Slipsy.
Well, see, I get that. But see, even that
So
is
if it
different.
happens,
Even that's
if it
surprising that you
happens-
just
Would you-
wouldn't be like, okay, I'm about to go to Planned Parenthood, knock this out. That would fit more with that.
Well, that's now.
Character.
I'm older now. I feel like that's a younger thought.
Would you get married?
If I was pregnant, oh shit. I'm pretty sure that's the only way I might end up married. Is if I was accidentally pregnant. Because I don't want.
You
like,
hear that? You
and
hear that,
that's-
fellas?
Knock up.
You got to trick her. You got to trick her into it. Be in
No, 'cause-
the bathroom with a pen. In that condom.
That's
Like, come and
funny.
get this.
No,
What
because
was-
I don't want to raise a kid by myself.
Well, I didn't get the video, but you said it to me. It was comedy. Vagenda?
Oh.
I haven't
I
Like-
got that from Tasha. We're talking.
That's the girl on Insecure.
on Insecure.
Yes.
Which one?
That plays Tiffany, I think.
The cute one.
Oh, Amanda Seals?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. She did a video called Vagenda, and it's like the list of men that you want to give your vagina to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a vagina, Courtney?
That I want to give my vagina to?
Unless typically when your vagina is given to a man, it's
Like,
not by
wait,
your,
I'm-
your,
no, no,
your
no.
choice. Is that not
What
how
I'm
it
saying
works
is
with
like you have a list of people that you want to give it to?
Well, that was. Now, see, I thought that was
Or is that
odd
like
too.
a-
I
Is
do
that like
not. I do not.
See, I mean, I thought it was odd because it was just a foreign concept for me.
Are we talking about just like, famous people that like, if it went
No,
down, like, they would, like,
no.
hook up with
And
us?
see, that's the thing. I
It's just
think
regular people.
we don't
Regular
plan
people.
out enough things in our social life in the same way that we may do if it was business related or other mundane things. You do a list when you go to the grocery store. I think women should have a vagina.
A list of
Vagina,
people that I want
why?
to.
You should really think about it over.
But like when I meet you,
So you don't
if I
get caught up
decide-
Right.
slipping and then have to marry
you-
some
how do
dude
you
that you.
know?
Wait. If you could go back, and if you think back, if you had a
Mm-hmm.
agenda, there would probably be some dudes you never would have been with.
But see, I don't have that problem. Or
Yeah.
I don't have that. Everybody that I slept with,
Interesting.
I definitely wanted to sleep with. It wasn't like, oh,
Yeah,
oops,
well, good for
accident.
you.
like I don't have any like oops moments.
See,
that
I
was
don't
like,
have any
wish I had
oops
done that.
moments, but I damn sure have people that I wish I didn't give none to.
Oh.
I damn sure. I was like, that he wasn't worthy.
And if you had thought about it and did an assessment, you probably saw some red flags beforehand that said you
But-
shouldn't have been inside my vagina.
But it's usually hindsight.
Yeah. So how do you
But
know
is
that?
it-
That's what I'm saying.
But
It's
is
not
it-
like I see the overwhelming glaring signs, and it's like, I
Don't- 'cause
Because she
perceive.
ain't out in the streets just like
No.
grabbing and snatching
No.
people. Like,
No,
so these
okay.
are people that she thought might
This
have
is the
been
thing.
something.
I can tell you. This is the thing. I can tell you with Sheree that I do know some of the guys that she has been with that America may not.
I
know
done been
about.
swindled out the pussy before.
Now, let me say
I
this.
didn't
I
like
didn't
that.
get swindled.
Yeah, that was.
It's one dude in particular that I'm thinking about where I'm like, you knew beforehand. Where I was like, you shouldn't be with him.
I need to understand, educate.
swindled?
How do you get swindled out of your pussy?
Because
Like, what do they do? I said the P word.
I said the P word first. We said the P word. No.
No, but like, how is it true? Like, is it like, oh, like, how did that happen?
I'm reclaiming my time. I ain't gonna talk about the nigga. He done already got too much airtime and thought waves. No, I'm not gonna talk about him. Mm-mm. But yes, okay, we'll move in, and it'll make sense
I wanna
as
learn more
as we proceed with our show.
Shouts out to Maxine Waters for being
Yes.
a man, just being a G through. And last time I saw her, I wanted to meet her, but somebody had to go.
Oh well, I met her.
I
Anyway,
haven't. I
shout-
tried to go to her talk just not too long ago.
Yeah, and for knowing
She's
the procedural
awesome.
goings on of the congressional
Yes.
hearings, so she could say reclaiming my time.
I loved
you know?
it.
Yeah.
And what does that mean to you guys? Like reclaiming my time, just really taking your power back. and being accountable for your now and not letting anybody squander it.
Yeah, it's like you're saying to someone, here, I'm going to give you moments of my life because you're going to do something good with them. And once you see they're not, say, give me my life back.
You got to put them back on track.
I
love it.
I can make better use of this time.
Yes, you are wasting.
I love it. And you know what? It kind of brings us into our segment. Now, today's show is In the Name of Love. And recently, Janet Mock wrote a scathing response to what happened on The Breakfast Club with comedian Lil Duval. And his comments about what did he say? I might have to put on my little glasses. He said, "Oh no, this is what she said." Well, let me start with what he said. He made comments based on a question that Charlamagne, I think it was Charlamagne, asked him.
DJ Envy asked.
Okay,
DJ
asked
Envy
him
asked.
About sleeping. What would happen if you found out that you slept with a transgender unknowingly, like you didn't know, and then after the fact you found out?
You had been dating her like 4
You
months,
didn't
something
know.
like that. Yeah.
And he said, to
She'd have to
quote,
die.
well, there it is. I don't care. She dying. Now, he is a comedian, and we tend to give comedians big passes, and we give them a lot of leeway and leverage. But what did you guys think about that statement? And he's like, look, Lil Duval,
What
they
I
waiting on you to apologize. He's like,
He's not gonna apologize.
What did-
I actually appreciate that he's not gonna.
That's
apologize.
when hell
What did you
freezes
think?
over love.
What did you? I appreciate it too,
think?
Courtney. What did you think about what
I
he said?
mean, I know a whole bunch of people that would say, or at least think the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't shocking. I wasn't surprised. I thought to myself, bruh, you on the radio, they gonna come for you hard. Because and it's already an issue that we are well aware of in the trans community. Trans women especially are being attacked and brutalized in situations like these. And to say it like that, obviously, I don't want to like jump. It's not even about it being politically correct. It's about you ain't killing somebody over something like that. Like,
Now, physical violence is never
wrong.
condoned. It's
Yeah.
never, the right response to, to pretty much anything. However, if you're in a situation as a straight black man, they're very, very, like, they stand on their heterosexuality. They don't play that gay stuff. They don't want to joke about it. He actually said, if I slept with a transgender, even though he didn't know it was a transgender going in, he said that would make me gay.
Yeah, which was
That would make me gay.
Which I found, I was like, no, that wouldn't make you gay.
But in his
ignorant.
perception is his reality.
But it's my job to be true to myself and say that's not gonna make you gay. Now, in regards to what he said, and people trying to protest Charlamagne, actually, I thought that it was very unfair for people to attack Charlamagne
I agree
because
with that.
throughout that segment, Charlamagne was actually very mature, and he actually did his best to defend people who were transgender.
Yeah.
And I think what was her name? Monk.
Oh,
Janet
Mock.
I think people were I think they're using this as an excuse and as a
Well,
gateway
she was
to
on the show,
I know
Yeah,
she
been
was.
a
couple
few
weeks,
days
yeah.
But
before.
even then, still to advance her agenda. To
It's
advance the
not a
agenda.
Charlamagne issue.
No.
I agree with that.
And I
But they
think
are coming for Charlamagne and trying
Right,
to
and-
boycott.
Right, and
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Breakfast Club.
But I think that agenda is they want straight males to be okay with having sex with transgenders. I am a straight male. I am not okay with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm
Yeah.
not going to apologize. And I'm not going to inflict violence on someone, but I'm not going to apologize because I don't want to be with a transgender woman.
Well, Janet
Should-
went on. Okay.
Well, the question is, do you have a responsibility as a transgender woman? Do you have a responsibility to put that out there
Yes.
immediately?
Yes.
Well,
See,
she spoke to that because when Janet's full response, she
Yeah.
talked about how, okay, so fine, you don't want to have sex with a trans woman, but you're not helping make this environment a safe place.
That's BS.
Where I can
I
say
felt
it.
that was
up
BS.
Let me
front.
let me
What did you-
read that
okay.
because I actually have that exact quote. I wrote that down. It says, this is Janet Mock saying, if you think trans women should disclose and be honest, then why don't you work on making the damn world safe for us to exist in the first place.
That to me was ridiculous.
That's not their responsibility. That's not their burden.
To me, that is a device used into debate to spin it and put the burden on the guy. What you should do is be honest. Do not get in that situation that Lil Duval described. Would I do that? I'm not killing anybody because I had to think. If Tasha was,
did he really mean he was gonna kill? You know what I mean?
Probably.
I mean,
probably yes.
Because we use that. You know what I mean?
He might have nutted up and hit her.
Look, this is the
he
thing.
would have been violent. I think he would have been.
No,
violent.
he could be serious. He could.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it if I was on the jury and he did it. He would go to jail. It probably wouldn't be murder. It would be it wouldn't be like first degree. It'd be manslaughter because maybe he'd have passion.
But that's what I was gonna say. But isn't that like it's deceit, just like in any other relationship?
Yeah.
So as angry as we are at him for saying it, isn't he a little bit justified? Because it's still deceitful, and we allow. I mean, murders happen because of deceit in relationships.
I would imagine for him to say, and I don't think it's just him. I think a lot of straight men feel this way. That that would make me gay, and I think that would really mess with your whole psyche.
It changes you as a guy. Just even as a person, certain things change you. Like even if you were molested, you begin to think. Because the body has a response regardless. Even if you don't want the contact, you begin to think, well, this older woman touched me, this man touched me, and my penis had a response. What's wrong with me? Why did I respond? Why didn't I know that this transgender person
mean to be turned on by it?
Right.
Gotcha.
So I can understand the question, people questioning themselves.
Yeah.
You know, I get that. I would not murder someone. I don't want to go to jail. It's not my way. And like Courtney said,
I don't think he was gonna murder. I really don't. But what they're saying is because there are transgender women dying at the hands of, men who find out after the fact or whatever, it wasn't, it hit a trigger. It hit a button. You shouldn't play with that.
I'm reading this book called...
I really don't think he literally meant, I'm going to kill this person.
I'm reading this book called Think Like a Freak. It's from the writers of Freakonomics, and they were talking about commitment devices. And I just got stuck on this one part. I didn't get to finish, but they said one commitment device for a woman who does not want to be abused by her spouse is to kill him. I didn't, and then that's when I had to pull up here and I had to stop. So I might have to go and finish it later.
Yeah.
But as soon as I heard that, I was like, damn, that reminds me of what we were talking about here. Not to say this is a good thing, but economists think different.
Yeah.
So they just talk and they don't worry about political consequences.
Let me play devil's advocate and ask this. As a transgender woman, if I'm reclaiming my time, right? So I've lived my life, maybe as the gender I was born, as a male, my parents are trying to put me in this role, because it does create a lot of confusion, and as parents, you probably think it's the right thing to do. And Janet Mock was saying that her dad was, exposing her to football and different male things because that's what the father thought he was supposed to do. This is something that we can correct. But as it turns out, sometimes it's not a correctable thing. In a lot of cases, it's not. So anyway, she's now living as a woman and claiming my power when I dealt with so much struggle and confusion, and now I'm living in my truth. Do I owe that to you if it's a quick thing? I don't really see a relationship here. It's a quick fix. We're just going to, do I owe you that? But I'm saying, like, devil's advocate, can you
I see, because we don't reveal everything about ourselves in any relationship upon immediately meeting. I would say in the climate that we live in, that for safety purposes and just general concern of self, you should probably reveal it immediately, because we don't live in a space where it's all that acceptable to certain people.
Yeah.
So you should step up to the plate, and it sucks, and maybe it's not fair, but such is life. Shit ain't fair sometimes.
I think you should. My first exposure to a transgender person was probably when I was about 5.
Oh, wow.
Tell that story.
Oh man.
Here, Courtney.
The transgender woman was named Renee. And she probably did one of the kindest things for me throughout my life that my mom told me about probably when I was about 10. We were not in a good place. My mom did not have any money, and she said I was hungry. And she asked everybody she could ask, and she asked Renee to give her some money so she could give me something to eat. And Renee had $2. That's all Renee had. And this was a while where I don't think Renee had a job because it was difficult. If I could recognize at 5 that something was different about Renee, anybody could. She gave my mom her last $2. Never, great thing. So I'll defend anybody's right, transgender, to get married and all that. But as far as revealing who you are, it is only fair that you do that for your own safety. The biggest fear, one of my boys could not stand RuPaul because he felt like if he was drunk, RuPaul would get him. That's how he felt.
Garland?
No. So my thing is this. Guys also have a fear.
It's like a clown phobia.
That they go.
Drag queen about to come and get me.
It's like, I can see this. I can see this. But guys have a fear that they will end up accidentally sleeping with a transgender. Somebody might find out and they get clowned.
Let me ask.
Rigid in our sexual.
Well, let me ask this, because you know how women, like, one of our biggest fears is women is getting raped.
Of course.
So what's one of your biggest fears sexually? Is it like laying down with somebody thinking it's a woman and finding out it's transgender? Champagne is kicked in. Transgender.
HIV would be my fear, but
getting something I can't get rid of.
Well, considering that you're practicing safe sex.
Right.
You know.
Outside of that, no, my biggest fear would be, like the Boondock said, I don't want to get raped anally. Do you remember that episode?
Yeah.
Nobody. Guys don't want to get raped either.
But in a sense, isn't that it's something happening against your will? So isn't that kind of a form of
maybe that's what
it's emotional rape?
Is,
If I find out after the fact as a man that I slept with a transgender, didn't you just emotionally rape me?
Shit, it ain't emotional. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be like, because when I think about a transgender woman, I don't want to be with someone who knows how it feels to be a man. It's a different experience that I don't want to be with sexually. I don't like it's not what I want. And so I want someone to reveal themselves. Now, in regards to what has happened with Bobby Valentino.
What happened with Bobby Valentino?
Bobby Valentino allegedly went to a transgender woman's house for intercourse.
Oh, Bobby V. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And didn't pay, and she taped him, and all of this. He denied that he knew it was a transgender woman. I do not believe him.
I don't believe him either.
I don't believe him.
He knew?
Heck yeah, he knew.
Why wouldn't he pay?
That's what Joe Budden said on Everyday Struggle. I don't know.
You want the information to get out, bro? Like,
so I'm thinking maybe he didn't know.
If
and it's like, I ain't paying you.
If he didn't know, he's slow.
Because what I'm saying is now I can't possibly, now that I know I can't possibly pay for this. This is crazy.
So maybe you mean like after he got it in?
Well, he left without his shoes too.
Oh, so that
if that was him.
Out.
Yeah, he said they were trying to extort him.
What kind of distress, emotional distress, and what kind of frame of mind do you have to be in to leave without your shoes?
Smart. Because I had a debate.
But I'm like, you really are trying to get the hell up out of there.
You got to. You know that. Because Courtney is fine with it. Courtney is fine with that. But I don't think his female fan base is fine with that.
Who's listening to Bobby V anyway?
Everybody do weed. That's him.
See, and that's another thing too. Because men worry about, because women will be like, ooh, be completely turned off because you slept with a man. So I can understand why these men are so really digging their masculine feet in the ground and saying, you know what, I would really be upset. Now, bad choice of words, Lil Duval, but I'd be very, 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 very upset to find out after the fact that I was intimate. I had an intimate encounter with somebody of the same sex. Now let's reverse it.
Think about some of the guys that you've dated.
Yeah.
What if you found out that they were not actually born men, but they were transgendered men who just happened to have a really good doctor in regards to their penises?
Honestly, that for me wouldn't make me think I was gay.
I know.
I might be mad. I'm like, yeah, you duped me. I'm mad
and then
because
you
I
can
didn't
never say you haven't been with a woman either. They would take that choice away from you.
Yeah, but I could. And I still
'cause
would feel,
technically-
because technically, especially if you have all the stuff, you have all the parts
If you
or
have all the
whatever.
equipment and it like worked
You
that
know.
well that I didn't realize it.
Yeah, it's kind of like an annulment.
That's
Wasn't that the
impressive.
crying
With
game?
marriage, you don't really,
Oh,
you
it's
don't really
annulment.
have to count it.
Yeah,
Right.
I would be really impressed.
So I don't, and the other thing too that is it Janet
Mock.
Mock said when she went on the Breakfast Club that they asked about her private parts and why would they ask if they're not having sex with her. I thought that was silly. I'm like,
I
you're a
watched the interview.
transgender
Yeah.
person on the show and they don't know these things. Why
And
wouldn't
you're-
they ask you?
And they're constantly concerned about like learning how to speak properly to a transgender person in terms that will upset them.
And you know
think
what
that
the show is
There's
about.
no way to not like have that conversation and not inform people in some way. Like,
I had
Hell,
that
I wanna know.
conversation with
Me
Drea.
too.
Thank you, Drea, for my braids. We had that same conversation because I watched her whole interview, Janet Mock, on the Breakfast Club. And I'm thinking, see, what happens is people are afraid of what they don't know. And they ended up saying that later in the show. I'm a little afraid and uncomfortable with not knowing. So if I'm asking you questions, it's only because I want to know and I'm seeking to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I really thought that was kind of her agenda.
yeah, I thought that was the
To
point.
educate, to kind of, take the stigmas off. They asked, which are pretty bold questions, but
But
Charlamagne
it's
point
but that's the
blank
thing.
said,
That's also the show.
"Do you have a clit?"
Yeah.
Because maybe, then I'm thinking, well, maybe shoot, if you have a clit and you look like a woman, maybe it's not as
And
bad
that's a
for
fair,
me as
that's
a man.
fair
question.
That's a fair question. Like when I've had like
She didn't answer it.
right.
I don't think
She didn't answer it.
I don't think they can give you a clit.
Just say no.
But we should and
Do
say
you get
why.
wet?
would
They
like
ask,
to
do you
know.
get wet? You know what I mean? Like, just, they're asking these questions, and you put people at a disadvantage. First of all, it's already uncomfortable.
Right.
Because we don't understand it. So if somebody is asking you the hard questions, and you know what I mean? You can feel their heart. They're on a show. They were really trying to understand and enlighten the viewers who happen to be listening.
I love when people ask me hard questions about black people. It's like my favorite thing. I'm like, yeah, I can tell you this, that. Why you
What
listening
you
to
wanna
this?
know.
What you want to know? I tell you what though,
What?
Caitlyn Jenner is an asshole. I do. I thought
Where did
about
that
this
come from?
because when I think about the transformation of Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn Jenner, one, it blows my mind that this has actually happened. But you know how we always had this thing: if a woman did the things that a man did, we would call her a bitch. The thing with Caitlyn, I was like, Bruce seemed rather quiet as a guy, but as a woman, damn, she gets on my fucking nerves. I was
She
like,
be talking, saying
Reclaiming
stuff
her
out of her
time.
mouth.
she became a
Reclaiming her
mean girl to
time.
me.
Oh, wow, that's
But
interesting.
she was also suppressed for like 70 years or 65
Suppressed,
years or
that's
however
the
long
word
it
I was
was.
looking
So
for.
now it's sort of all pouring out, and that doesn't make it okay or make it
Yeah,
less
you're just
disgusting.
identifying it.
But
But I would think too that when you're in a new place and
Yeah.
you are reclaiming your time, you're gonna be awkward for a minute. Like you said, especially if there's so much repression and you've had to live a different life or play a role or whatever that you weren't comfortable playing. And now you're in a space where you can be this. I think it's gonna be, it's gonna be awkward at first, and then you're gonna kind of find where you land in
How
your
long?
comfort
How long do
zone.
you think that will take?
I don't really care.
I don't know. I don't care.
Moving
I was
on.
just curious. I was just
It'll be
curious.
years. I think it'll be years.
I don't really care.
It's big, it's
you
big
didn't
years.
change your brain. So like the privilege that he grew up with, whether or not he wanted to be a man or not, like that still exists in his brain. And a lot of the problematic things that occur are because he still has that privilege in his brain.
Okay.
Lord Jesus.
It may never turn around actually.
Well,
Maybe
part
it's
of
not forever.
part of being in a relationship is we all want to feel safe. We want to feel secure. And to go back to, the transgender, to tell, to not tell, I don't think that you can feel safe and secure in a relationship that's built on a lie. You just can't. And I think too, the response to it, again, nobody has the right to abuse you, put their hands on you, but I think you're taking a hell of a chance if you don't disclose that information.
I agree.
And you don't know emotionally what that's doing to somebody. You just don't know the position emotionally you're putting them in and what
I
you're
agree.
putting on their plate to deal with,
Right.
maybe for the rest of their life. You never know. Somebody might be suicidal behind that.
And it's like, why
never
would you
know.
even want to? I tried to figure out, why would someone want to do this? It's like, are you trying to test to see how good you have been in transforming yourself and not telling?
Fear. It's fear, just like any other relationship.
Fear of rejection.
Fear of rejection.
You don't want to be
expose all of our crazy and all of our baggage when we're
Fear,
dating.
but Courtney, fear from the moment that I meet you, where you can't say.
But that's a hard
That's a
thing.
big thing.
Because
it's not
that's
a small
that's
thing.
a huge thing.
Did y'all ever see Atlanta on that
No.
episode where they're all in jail and it's a guy and he's talking to her like he used to date this girl. She's dressed like a girl, right? And so they're all in the holding cell and everybody keep looking and what's his name? Glover.
What is his name on the show?
Can't
Danny
remember.
Glover?
No, Donald Glover.
Okay.
It's sitting in the middle. So it's like Courtney's talking to you, right? And like, yeah, y'all used to date, and I'm sitting right here. Then some dude is like, man, that's a dude. And so Courtney's like looking, and the dude wants to move. He's like, you stay the fuck right. They can't be a dude. You can't. Why she in here with us? And so he's like, well, you know, sexuality's fluid.
Let me ask you this. I just thought of this. What about if you're at a strip club? Because they were saying like you can put, bottoms on and they can tuck and not know. Wouldn't you want to know who you're being aroused by?
I'm still amazed by the whole tucking thing.
It is
If
a little
you can
warm
be
in
in
here.
a stripper. It's hot as hell.
It's
in
hot
here,
as hell.
and
Can we
I'm
have some
never hot.
herb? We
I'ma
need some
tell you
herb.
about
But
me.
if you can spin around a pole at a strip club and keep your stuff, your man thing up, tucked up, like what in the hell?
I can't lie. I can't say what I might do because it's
You would be
different.
in the strip club? You
If I'm in the strip club and I don't pay the girl for a lap dance and it turns out to be a dude,
What you gonna
just, like,
do?
flop out.
You gonna take your money back? You gonna take
She
the
was like,
dollars
"Hey,
out of his
Teddy,"
crotch?
and then the dick
what
fell out.
tempered my response to what Lil Duval said is like, if I was in love,
Come
like
here, I'm gonna need my dollar. Come here.
no, because like
like dancing in
I
your
imagine
face.
if Tasha
Sunny
was a
balls
Put it
guy,
all up in your
head.
face.
it had I might fuck
Sunny
somebody
balls
up.
up on your
I really
head.
might. I'm not gonna kill him, but it might be
But see,
assault.
but
That's
it
what
could
I'm
be
saying.
That might be
that-
assault.
Yeah.
I would hope I wouldn't because I'm a lawyer and officer
You
of
would
court.
hope you would have control.
Woo!
But that's
Woo!
Exactly. That's what
Woo.
I'm saying. Like,
You know you
ooh.
orgasm during the lap dance too.
yeah.
So
Who does?
Apparently you.
yeah,
The man you do?
if it's good,
So without them touching you? Are you touching you? How does that happen?
They are touching him. He's just not allowed to touch
me.
him.
What's wrong with
Oh,
you?
Lord. So they're allowed, I thought there was no touching.
Man.
She can touch. He can't touch.
Yeah, man.
But if she wants some extra dollars, she might let him.
Or
touch.
sometimes they just like you and start doing a whole bunch of extra stuff. So, you know,
And he got bald head too, so they
Oh,
probably
they be
all
rubbing
their
on
head.
your head and stuff.
both of them.
Oh, Lord. I can't. I can't. It's too much. It's too much. It is really hot in here.
It's the heat.
We
It's
need
the
some
heat.
air.
Oh, God.
So, you know what? I wanted to segue because we want to talk about safety first and safety and feeling secure.
Don't be beating up people because they different.
Right.
We are not advocating for that.
And this goes into relationships, and it was interesting because I think one of you guys sent me this story, which Kevin James.
I'll send you that.
Kevin James and Erica Hayes are on Kevin Can Wait. That's a CBS sitcom that I think debuted at #1.
Yeah, it was doing really well.
Really, really well. And then what happens is we know Kevin James from
King of
Queens.
King of Queens.
King
So
of
Leah
Queens.
Remini, his former Hollywood or TV wife, comes on this show and basically steals this chick's man.
The chemistry was real.
The chemistry was so
Look at you.
real
Look at
and
you.
hot between Leah and Kevin, and we know they have chemistry because how long was that show even on
King
the
of Queens
air?
was on for like 8 years. It was on for a long time.
Yeah.
So she
Great.
comes on, and what's her name? I want to,
I don't even know who she
Erin.
is no more.
Well, Erin Hayes.
Little Becky gone.
Erin Hayes relocates to New York to do this show, and
That's
you know
sad,
they got a
y'all.
hit. She's got a hit show on her hands. She's the wife, and boop, she's out of job.
It's so sad. Like they couldn't have just, because she's not gonna.
And-
Leah
and-
Remini's
and-
not
and they
playing
gonna
Courtney,
kill her off.
They're gonna kill her.
They're gonna kill
Like
her.
they couldn't have just kept her and then like had Leah Remini
like-
be the side chick and like it's a whole fight
Like
with the
my
wives
thing,
or something.
can
like,
you reserve my dignity? Can I leave him? Can I
Yeah.
decide?
She did. She left him to go with the Lord.
No.
You stupid.
Stop.
You real stupid.
Like, why they couldn't?
Eat, pray, live.
Gotta bring it back to God. Gotta bring it back to God, y'all. So that's unfortunate, but it goes to show you too, because sometimes in a relationship where we think it's rock solid,
No.
and let me tell you,
Sometimes there's magic elsewhere.
oh damn,
You
I'm
can't
afraid of the
fight
magic,
magic.
because you can't. What you
can't
gonna
fight
do?
the magic.
What you gonna do? You think you got something rock solid and secure,
But
and
sometimes there's magic.
and somebody else swoops in, and bam, your whole situation is turned upside down.
You know what? I don't blame Leah Remini for this stuff.
I don't blame Leah either.
I blame Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You stupid.
What, Jennifer Lopez?
Because they were hanging out.
They're best friends.
And I think Jennifer Lopez
Don't
got in
rub
her
off on
ear.
her.
Jennifer Lopez seems like she would do this.
Do what? Take
a
somebody's
bitch
man?
job, take a bitch man.
Really? So you don't think J-Lo has any kind of standards?
Of course she's got standards. She's hot. She can't help she fine. You know. But
I just like we don't work Jennifer Lopez. It's funny.
I think J-Lo is awesome.
So now I can clip this
What
and
do
hashtag
y'all
it
think
Jennifer
about
Lopez.
the J-Lo and A-Rod situation?
All my friends hate it. I think it's fantastic.
Why do your friends hate it?
Because they feel like he's slimy, and somehow J-Lo has like romanticized. I'm like, y'all know J-Lo fall in love every 2 seconds, so she been around the block just as much as anybody else.
Let me tell you what I think. You heard it here first.
Right.
Ooh.
This is going to be a huge disaster.
Why?
That's what I think.
What, you think he gonna cheat on her too?
I don't think he has a whole lot of respect for women.
Well, probably not.
That's what I think.
Why? What happened? Did I
Well,
miss
because
something?
he's promiscuous.
I just don't think he has a whole lot of respect for women. And I know that's a big accusation to make. And I do have a little inside information.
Oh, okay, all right.
I
So
will
it is
not
right there.
reveal
You don't
my
have to.
sources.
Is it like machismo? Like he's just
I kind of think he's insecure.
interesting.
I kind of think he's insecure, and I don't think he will ever. I think you have two people that are not at their best. Let's put it like that. Like you said, she falls in love every 2 seconds. She's in love with being in love. And I don't think he can ever really give her. It's funny because you know what? I'm having these flashbacks of. I was watching Bravo. I love Bravo. I'm like a housewife's junkie. And remember Madam? Remember the girl that told, she was a psychic.
On
remember-
Beverly Hills.
yes, and she
and she
told
told Kyle that her man was cheating.
He will never
Yes, he will
emotionally
never cheat.
satisfy you. And that's how I feel, J-Lo. He will never emotionally satisfy you. Run, girl,
But
run.
I don't think anybody will ever emotionally satisfy J-Lo because she be falling in love all quick for a reason. Something's off in her.
Yeah, something's off in
So-
her. And something is off in him, which
So maybe it
probably
works.
is
Two
the
broken pieces make a whole.
No, they don't. Two broken pieces make two broken pieces.
I was trying to be positive.
I don't know much about.
Well, I think in the meantime they're having super hot sex and it's great for them right now. So let them enjoy themselves.
I bet you the sex ain't hot.
Well, they think it's
You
hot.
think it's hot because they're two good-looking people. Two good-looking
I think
people
they
don't
think
always
it's hot.
equate to hot sex.
So who do you think isn't good at it? Like whose fault is it? Who's not put?
But they're enjoying each other.
No. I gotta get an answer to this.
Is it A-Rod? Does he have a little penis? Was he
I
a
have no
steroid
idea.
user?
That I don't know. I've never heard anything about his penis, so I don't know.
He doesn't
I don't
look
know
like
what he's
was,
working
like,
with.
Rocking a big. Yeah.
He looked like he's probably okay.
I feel like he'd be mediocre.
I
and
don't
feel
think
like
he's
she's
because I
tired.
think if he was really small, we'd have heard about it. Somebody would have blabbed. Somebody would have said
He's
something.
definitely not small.
Somebody would
I
have
don't
said
Not
something.
necessarily.
Somebody would have said something.
Yeah, somebody would have said. Because
necessarily.
he's been with a lot of chicks.
Yeah, somebody would have said
Somebody
something.
would've said
We'd have heard something for
How,
sure.
how can y'all look at somebody and tell how big it is? That it's like he's okay. This is funny to me.
I don't know if he's. I just think he's okay because
He's
we've
alright.
never heard. We would have heard something
Or
by
it would
now.
have been like, oh, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
we would've
we've
heard something.
nothing one way or the other. So
Well,
it's
look, one of
mediocre.
these tall, big dudes gotta have a little penis. So somebody, who have y'all heard has a little penis?
Well, I know one personally, firsthand.
Oh, you met it?
Well, yeah, this was many moons ago, and this guy was huge.
Yeah,
He huge in stature. Everything was big on him except that. How does that even happen?
Hey, the
Was he
same way
muscly?
that you can be
Well,
small and it's
everything.
just huge. That's
He
just
was
how it
huge,
works
6'5".
out.
He was huge.
The accident of nature, and it sucks for him.
I'm like, that's terrible.
That's terrible. Did you still like?
And it might not have even, when you
Did
think
you
about
leave?
it, it might not have even been small.
No, that's not true.
It's just in.
That's not true. It was small.
But what I'm saying
Could
is.
you take it? Did y'all have
Oh,
sex?
damn.
Because
Did you leave? Like, cause
You're so nasty.
Because we
Let's
all.
can we get back?
have
I'm
clips
reclaiming
and shows
my
that,
time.
You were
that
really
show
nice.
that, you know.
Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time.
We are out of topics.
Off track. No,
So-
we're not.
No, we're not.
We're not.
No,
Apparently there's
Snoop.
one more.
So this
Do you
fits
Snoop on your
into
man?
about being secure. When we know that the magic can come out
my
of nowhere
God.
and completely turn your world upside down, to snoop or not to snoop. Should you snoop? Should you from time to time pick up the? Let me see this.
Hell, I want to snoop and find out why the hell it's so hot in this damn room.
It is hot as hell. From time to time, should we?
From time to
Why are
time,
you
you have to look in Demetrius' phone.
You know what?
From time to time.
And make sure ain't nobody
we
on
go
there.
there?
She can't get in it.
But
She
Miss
can't get in it.
Tasha,
Can't nobody. She can't get in it. Thank
time to
God.
time.
does
should we
your
do
girlfriend
this?
know the code to your phone?
She got the code to my heart.
Oh,
She
that
don't
means
have
she
your
don't have the
phone.
code. Tasha, girl.
Get your
don't have
code,
the code to
girl.
my
Get
phone.
your code.
I think from
What
time
if
to
she need to
time.
make a phone call real quick?
She got a phone.
But her phone broke.
Hold up.
You ain't gonna
Hold
give her the
up.
code. Are you gonna
Hold
take
up.
the phone and put the
Hold
code?
up.
Listen,
Then
can
give her the phone?
can you be all in a relationship and your significant other doesn't have your codes?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. But
Why,
now,
why wouldn't she have your codes?
Because
Because
I
why?
deserve some privacy. Now, if
Why
this
you need
phone,
privacy?
Can I say something? If this phone were open and she went through it, there would be nothing there to find. But I deserve some privacy.
But
I-
don't
What
you
if
have
you found
privacy?
out? What if you found out she hacked your phone to look in it because she knew she didn't have your code? Would you be upset?
Well,
Even
yes,
though you
if
knew
she.
nothing was on
Yeah,
That's
I
a
would
good
be
question.
upset. I would be
You'd be
upset.
upset if she was looking in the phone from time
Yes.
to time.
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't look in her phone from
No,
time to
no.
time.
But what would that say to you? What does that
That
mean
you don't
to
trust
you?
me. That you
Okay.
don't trust
And
me.
is that a problem for you?
Yes.
When we know that the magic can strike at any time and turn your whole world upside
And what
down.
if it's just something that makes her feel secure? Like it has nothing.
on her
maybe
past,
she had a
exactly.
bad
Then,
past or
then
whatever.
she needs to be with another man that makes her feel secure. Because clearly
What
I
if the
don't.
But
only
she's
way
not
for her
gonna.
to
She's
feel
she's
secure
broken. She's
is to
broken.
see
She's a
these
broken
things.
piece.
Yeah,
Like,
then
and
I
be
need to
open about it.
I need to find Leah Remini so we can go ahead and
Oh,
get this
you gonna
cracking.
kill her
Now-
and go get a new one? It's rude.
Out of the script. Yes. Call her agent.
Oh God.
Now let me ask you this: do you want a guy looking through your phone?
No.
And this is the thing
I
that
really
I know
don't.
about you. I suspect from my experience with you that you are loyal. That is nothing there to find.
Yeah.
But sometimes there are private thoughts in there I have not totally worked out. I'm not ready to present to the entire world.
Let me tell you this, and I recently did this, and I'm really putting my business out there.
Put it, girl.
So you said don't.
I said put it, girl.
So what happened is I found out that somebody that I used to date, was possibly, like, I knew he just lost his dad, and the last time we talked was, hey, are you good or whatever? Because I don't normally ever leave a relationship where it's like an FU and we can't be cordial.
Yeah.
That's just not the way I do things. That's just, So I talked to him probably in the beginning of the year, and then a friend of mine saw him recently and just said, he kind of looked a little sad and whatnot, and I know he's going through some stuff, with his dad, and I guess his mom is having
Why does
some...
this sound like that song, In My Mind, You Always Be My Baby?
I don't know. But the mom is now
Did you
having...
reach out to him?
I did.
And you had a man at the time?
I did.
Would you be mad if that man you had at the time reached out to his homegirl from back in the day because she looked sad?
Hell yeah. Have you not
Was I
met
wrong?
this
No,
ego?
That's my point.
Was I wrong?
That's my point.
Okay, here's the thing.
I don't think
so
you're wrong, 'cause I
my
would do
heart
it.
was not to,
Yeah.
disrespect or cheat or open up something else. It wasn't that. It was just like, are you good? Is everything okay? It was a quick conversation. No, I reached out, actually, to have the conversation. And then he actually ended up calling me back. And when he called me back, my new boo sees the number or sees the name and is like, is this?
Why are you talking to him?
Why are you? And I explained it.
But
Well,
it's
her
because
first
he looks
mistake-
sad.
Her first mistake is telling her
No,
new
new
boo
man.
all
Who
her
her
history.
old man, yeah.
So
I
Why
didn't
you- why you
tell.
didn't know
I
who
didn't
it
tell
was?
all the history. Well, and the name was right there. So just you talk, and you talk about people that you
See.
date. Not everybody, but
Yeah,
some
you
things. Because you don't want, my thing is what I don't ever want is, again, it's being truthful. I don't ever want you to be in a room as my new boo with the old boo and you don't know who you're talking
I feel
to.
you on that. That's true.
That's fair.
So if it's somebody like that
And
I
sometimes
feel
we
you
just
have
joking.
the potential to
We
cross
just
paths
joking.
with, then I'll give you that information.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I do understand if I were your new boo, like why you care because he looks sad.
I don't
to-
agree with Courtney. I think it was okay for you to call.
I think
and
it's
check.
okay for her, but I understand why new boo would have feelings.
But I think you're wrong only because you would not feel the same if it were reversed. If it's something wrong with him doing it,
I
then you should do it.
would.
Oh, you would be cool with it?
I would be under those circumstances.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you're reaching out because, you know, I mean, somebody is going through some stuff and you sad because,
Yeah.
you know, your mom, you lost one parent. I know what it's like to lose a parent because I've been there. And, you know, now you're facing the potential of maybe losing another one. You know, it's like, yeah, to reach out and just, are you good? I wouldn't have a problem with that. But my new boo did.
So,
How'd you solve that?
We didn't.
You rub on his face?
oh yeah.
Oh, we didn't. Lord Jesus.
No, it's cool. You're not
get
wrong.
over it.
You're not wrong.
Well,
You should have.
If you love
It's like,
somebody
why
once,
would we-
it doesn't just go away.
Right. And
like,
so why were we together in the time
it's
that we were
hot as
together?
hell. You should see the top of. Can we pan the top of Demetrius's head?
yeah, a whole
ridiculous.
little sweat right there.
I feel like I'm back in Africa. Oh, I see what's going on because
It
it's
is
Black Hollywood
so
Live.
hot.
Y'all think
Y'all trying to
this
roast
home?
Negroes
This
in
home
here.
us? That's how they get you. What Martin Lawrence say? It's racial. It's racial.
That's
But it is so hot.
We don't even know how much time
Because
we
Sheree got
have.
on a dashiki.
With her boobies all for
No, this is actually a dress. Shut up. We don't have any time left. It's a dress, but I just happen to put some jeans on because it's a little
You
short.
should have just worn the dress, girl.
Child, we got 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in this hellhole.
Okay.
It's hot.
It's
All right.
hot as
So you
hell.
can snoop on your partner, but you can't snoop on Demetrius because he ain't gonna give you his code.
No, I don't. My thing is.
Do you, and obviously you don't believe in full disclosure because you
Right.
said to me you shouldn't have even told your history.
I tell my history, but you shouldn't.
Selectively.
Why?
Huh?
Why? Because
Yeah.
it's different for girls? Is that what's up?
No, it's different for Sheree.
What? What does that mean?
I'm telling
She
her
has a
business on
sordid
camera.
history that doesn't need to be revealed.
Lord. All right.
I'm just gonna start making up shit.
Y'all got a halo.
saying
You better
stuff.
die. This ain't love and hip hop, damn
Just
it.
gonna start making up shit.
Do I look like Mona Scott to you?
What?
Wait, where is this going?
What?
No, you know, love and hip hop. They be making it. It's just
They
Man.
just making up shit.
somebody
Love and Hip Hop
said
is
that's
so
what he said.
terrible now.
Charlemagne said, you know how Chris Rock is talking about, you know, his job as a parent is to keep his daughter off the pole. Well, Janet Mock kind of took offense to that because some people need to do what they need to do. And he was like, okay, cool. You know, he's like, but do it, put yourself through college and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Just don't make a career out of it.
Dude,
But he also said,
Ooh, I got so much to say.
me too,
what?
man.
Because I will
That
go to a
pains
strip
me.
club and all that, but you know what? When it comes to standards and everything, that's not the motherfucking
Well,
goal.
let me tell you
and
this.
the goal is like Chris. If I have a
Wait,
daughter,
wait.
I don't want her to do
You
that.
don't want her to do
At all.
and that's
Ever.
okay. Why is that not okay?
College.
See, my thing is, if I'm gonna have tolerance for your position, have tolerance for mine. You understand? Like, let's respect one another.
Mathematically, how does
But
that
he
work?
also said,
Well, no strippers.
No,
wait,
tolerance.
I'm gonna bring Mona Scott back. He also said that his job also is not only to keep her off the strip pole, but to keep her off of any show that Mona Scott has to do with. Yes.
Charlie Murphy. Because that's funny. And I'm very
About the
accepting
life.
of, you know, people and what they go through. But when
Yeah.
you talk about goals for your children
Yes.
or people that you
I
love
don't
and what
want
you
my
choose.
daughter to be Tommy Lee on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta with 15, 16 mugshots and making her come up because now she's on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So she can finally sort of try to get free from that and maybe sell some wine for beating bitches.
Yeah, because every
over
girl
table.
that gets on the pole is not going to end up being Black China.
No.
That's not going to happen. That's not how it
No.
go.
No.
You know what's on my refrigerator. Every rapper ain't going to be Drake.
So, I go to Babu's spot yesterday, and I was like, what are all these paparazzi? I said, what are you guys doing here? I knew they weren't there for me. Oh, Black China's at the beauty salon.
Did it,
So?
girl. You did that.
She didn't do
She did it.
She did it.
She did it.
No, she didn't do nothing.
She did it.
No.
She
No,
did. But she did.
No. What'd she do?
Huh?
What'd she do?
She achieved that goal.
What's the goal?
Getting famous and making money. That was her goal. She achieved
Be
it.
famous and make money
All
with a
right.
big booty.
All right, if that's your goal.
If that's her goal.
That
Now,
was
do
her
I
goal.
want that for my daughter, my friends, people who I care about? No. But if that's what they want for themselves, but
So
go
you
ahead.
can celebrate. So you can celebrate her, but you wouldn't celebrate your daughter if that was her goal.
No, I
I
would
beat
not.
my daughter's ass.
Yup. Kick
Hypocrite.
sparks out of ass.
All day, every day.
Oh, can this show please be over?
No, yeah, damn. I can't. Yeah.
Y'all, please do a Halo War, because you don't even understand, y'all. We love y'all so much, and we appreciate you. We appreciate all your comments, good, bad,
do.
indifferent, ugly. We don't care. We thank you that you're supporting, that you're watching, that you have something to say. But it is 502 degrees up in here,
got
up in
back
here.
sweat.
I got a
I'm wearing
Halo
gray.
Award.
Okay, what's the Halo Award?
Halo Award goes to this account I started following on Instagram called We Buy Black, and they spotlight a lot of black products that people make that we would not normally discover. And I don't think they're even getting paid to do this, even though they have like 250,000 Instagram followers.
Yeah.
But they're a very professional site, and I like the work that they do, and they are increasing awareness about a lot of economic possibilities and non-traditional routes for black people to take.
Awesome.
So,
Sure.
shouts out to them.
Yes, I have a Halo
Halo
Award
Award
too.
too.
I know, we all have. I have one too.
What's yours?
My Halo Award is to Amazon, Will Packer, and Aaron Magruder, because there was all this controversy out over the last couple weeks about Confederate that's being done by Game of Thrones creators. It's an alt history drama that's coming out. Basically, that slavery continued and what happens, which I'm actually interested in seeing. But we found out, obviously, it was announced back in February that Aaron Magruder and Will Packer were working together on some project, but we had no idea what the point of it was or the title or anything. After all the controversy about Confederate came out last week about Game of Thrones creators, they released a publicity statement, whatever, to talk about what they're actually doing. And they're also doing an alt history drama, which is on Amazon, and it's about freed slaves who were able to take Louisiana, Alabama, and like three different states, and they develop a colony basically, and how that grows and what that became for black people in terms of reparations and all of that stuff, and how the relationship between the black colony, or black America as it's called, with the United States of America sort of evolved over the last
So
few years.
basically, if
And
they
I-
had not bombed and
If they
bombed
hadn't-
what happened was going on in Oklahoma with Black Wall Street, what would
Right,
happen?
right. If we actually had kept our shit and like the shade did not continue for 100 years
Like
plus,
stealing
like what
everything.
could have happened? And I'm just super excited because Aaron Magruder's my fave, and he wrote Boondocks, which we often reference, and I think it's gonna be real dope.
I love it.
And a world that we live in where both of these projects can exist is, to me, what I want to see in entertainment.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I'll close out with our final thoughts. You guys go around, give your final thoughts, and then my final thought is also a Halo Award. It's a shout out.
All
So
right.
go ahead.
all
Well,
right.
since you just stopped,
stopped.
we'll go with Demetrius. How can everybody keep up with you? And
Keep up
what
with
your
me at
final
I
thoughts?
of
Takeaways?
Instagram I of Demetrius, on Twitter Demetrius ESQ, and don't forget to follow Eat Pray Live show. My takeaway is, if you were born with a penis, you need to tell somebody.
Like I can't even. Like I can't. Wow. Okay. So yeah, you can follow me everywhere at Stuart Starlight. Definitely follow Eat Pray Live show. My takeaway is that you.
Demetrius is done.
I can't even whatever. Because that's still in my brain. Whatever. Like just
What,
be.
penis is in your brain right now?
Penis.
You got dick on your mind. dick on your mind.
I think that we
dick
all
on your
need
mind.
to be more kind and understanding to each other, and we
Did
also
you just hit
need
her
to
with
be
the
honest.
remix?
Like, R. Kelly
Y'all
said that he
ridiculous.
came up with the remix for a song before he made the song.
I love it.
That nigga
can't.
crazy.
He's
Oh, Lord.
And he also had to cancel them shows.
Yeah, I know. We'll talk about that next week.
With
That's
his
crazy.
Slave Girl.
Well, my shout out, and I can't remember the actor's
I
name.
don't know what it's called.
but I'm going to turn it into something general. For reclaiming your time, there was an actor, an Indian actor, who basically just quit Twitter and all social media because he felt like he was too consumed. So that's kind of it's a Halo Award, and it's my takeaway.
Aziz Ansari.
What's the name?
Aziz
Yes.
Ansari.
Live in your moment, live in your power. You can't be defined by what happened yesterday. People will hold your yesterday against you. However, God has the final say, and with God, all things become new, and you are a new creation. So hold on to that, and we love you, and we thank you for joining us, and we'll see you probably not next week because I have my pop-up, but we'll see. My pop-up restaurant.
We got to come and talk about how we ate.
Lord, we about to make it happen. We love you guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Get my new single, Dick on Your Mind.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions or comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagram me @KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.